Then life and death gave us some things because it let us think about end of life. But for the life of me, Jen, I meant to ask you, I cannot get that death in bed thing to happen. I
You
cannot get it to
can't?
happen. No, I had a sim. I don't want to spoil anything, but I knew they were on their last day of life. I kept making them go to sleep over and over, over and over, and
Um,
they kept getting up out of the bed to die. Now I did think it was funny because they were saluting like bye.
yeah,
I was like, why are you doing that?
the way
But they
I
kept getting out the bed.
the way I did it with Christine was I
Uh-huh.
I did utilize a little bit of trickery. I will say that.
Okay.
The
Okay.
first thing is I used UI to advance her all the way to the end of life, but I had
Uh-huh.
aging off,
Uh-huh.
and then I put her to bed, and then I
Yeah.
turned the aging back on, and
And
but
it
she
had,
had right, but she had reached that certain part of the soul's journey. I think it's like where you get to move on.
yeah.
And that is when you can die in bed and the soul comes out of your mouth and spins out. So
Oh.
you have to get to at least move on to the great beyond in the soul's journey.
I think
And
that's what happened.
then you need to be at the end of your lifespan.
Wow. I'm glad you clarifying this for me. Cause
Right.
I
So
did I that's what I was missing, the move on. Because this was a sin. Now they were naturally at the end of life and I knew it. So I invited them for a stayover. But because I had played that sim during a time before we had life and death, I know they were not to that point on the bucket list.